Let's talk about Kamala Harris because she came out of nowhere. She was a senator from California. Well, before that, she was a district attorney. She was the attorney general, for California, district attorney, excuse me. She became a senator for California. She kind of fumbled her way into the vice presidency. This was after she told Joe Biden to his face that he's a rapist and a racist. Mm-hmm. And she became vice president. She was grossly ineffective. Biden was like, I'm going to put Kamala Harris on the border and she's going to be my border czar. And she kind of was like, that ain't my job. I ain't doing it. I ain't going out to that border. But then Trump went down there and then she kind of went, okay, well, I guess if Trump's going, I kind of have to go. And then Biden said that he wanted her to look into the whole Ukraine situation and she couldn't get that right. Mm-hmm. And now she sort of fumbled herself into the Democrat nominee for 2024. And we're supposed to vote for her, you and I, because she's Black somehow. Right. I'm still not really understanding where that came from, but supposedly she's Black now. What were your first thoughts when Kamala Harris was basically presented to us as the nominee without getting a single vote? I mean, she wasn't nominated in a traditional sense. They just kind of said, she's it, tag, she's it. What were your first thoughts when this whole thing was announced?
Listen, I've been thinking that they were going to switch Biden out for a long time. Initially, I thought it was going to be Michelle Obama. That's who I thought they were going to choose. And so I wasn't surprised that they switched him out. Like, I've been expecting that. When they chose her, I was a little bit surprised because we remember during the primaries when she was running for president, she was not liked. She polled extremely low. So I was shocked that they decided she was going to be the one. And I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little bit like her because, I put my lip gloss on before we went live and I didn't get to check it. And I'm like, is this what Kamala feels like after a session with Willie Brown? I wasn't sure. It's like sticky and I feel like maybe I put on too much. But anyway, I just wasn't surprised because I knew they were going to do that. I knew they had something up their sleeve. And yes, she was installed, in my opinion. So I do feel like this is a plan and it's been the plan all along. Maybe everybody wasn't aware of it. I kind of wish now that Trump hadn't done the debate with Biden simply because I feel like it was their plan for us to really see for their side to really see he's not well. And so people could kind of get behind it and buy into the whole, we need to get rid of him and who should we choose? Because what's tripping me out is that so many people just a month ago were complaining. Groceries are too high, gas is too high, rent is high. Joe, what are you going to do? I can't vote for Joe anymore. This is ridiculous. These same people are now saying I'm with her simply because they switched faces. And I'm thinking, this is the same party, the same administration, you idiots. It's going to be the same policies. How now, because they switched the face, are you now acting as if you're not living paycheck to paycheck? You're acting as if things aren't hard for you. Now, all of a sudden, you don't want to ask hard questions like, hey, talk to us about the gas. Hey, talk to us about groceries, because we've conditioned people to believe you can't question women. We've conditioned them, especially to believe, don't question a Black woman. That's why they keep pushing that whole black, blackity, black. So it's tripping me out now that so many people that just a month ago was saying, I can't do this economy, don't even talk about it anymore. It's just chucks and pearls. That's all we're hearing.
I think that's interesting because we all know she ran and won as the first Indian American senator. Mm-hmm. And then she did the whole thing, the video with Molly Kelling, where Molly Kelling was like, oh, you're Indian. And she was like, oh, yes, I am. Look at me. and we've got all the pictures of her with the sari on, and she's got, she's celebrating stuff. And now all of a sudden, Joe Biden said, "I'm going to nominate a black woman." And I personally thought he was going to pick Precious from Atlanta, Stacey Abrams.
Right. Yes.
I call her Precious, but I thought he was going to nominate her. And Kamala Harris comes out of nowhere, and this is weeks after she called him to his face a rapist and a racist. So, and then she happily go, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll be your vice presidential nominee."
Right.
So that happened.
Whether you live at the beach, are going to one, or just want to imagine yourself there, Red Beach Nation has the comfy, patriotic apparel for the occasion. Founded by a former counterterrorism officer and war veteran of both the Afghanistan and Iraq wars, Red Beach Nation is committed to upholding the American values and principles that we all hold so dear. So grab your swag and rep the nation. Visit redbeachnation.com and use the promo code on your screen to save 10% off. Again, that's redbeachnation.com.